My name is Michael Mastro. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Astro Creations. Today we're going to look at JFK Jr.'s chart and Carolyn Bessette Kennedy's chart and their compatibility. So looking to the eastern horizon, when JFK Jr. was born, you would see the constellation of Leo rising at 18 degrees. First, we'll see how the planets are operating and when they're operating and what could be done to strengthen the chart. So, Sun is at 9 degrees. It is ruling his chart, and it gives him, it's fairly strong in his chart, gives him happiness through his mother. He was very close to, his mother had a lot of influence on him. And fame and fortune, longevity, a father's death, are all intertwined in there. Then we have challenging moon. Moon is functional malefic for Leo, along with Rahu and Ketu. You see in the 12th house, which is a Dustana challenging house, you see the number 4, that's Cancer, ruled by Moon. And so it brings separation in relationships. With his father, with his wife, there was trouble. Mars gives, it's ruling the house of gains and good fortune through his executive skills, as well as the 9th house has to do with father. Mercury is ruling the house of wealth and fame and continuation of family. It is afflicted by K2, so that can bring some stress in the stability in his relationship. Then Jupiter. This is ruling his house of children, creativity, investments, and romance. And it is, it did give him a great education, the magazine, a law degree, but no children. Then we have Venus. Venus is ruling the house of success, and it is also in that 5th house, which is afflicted by Rahu. So this afflicts his wife. Venus is an indicator for wife, but give him some ability to act, give him good looks. Then we have Saturn. Saturn is at 22 degrees. It is ruling the house of relationships. It is placed in the 5th house as well, and also afflicted by Rahu, and afflicts longevity of relationships, including his father. Again, no children, unexpected events. Let's see, Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu in this placement is he's learning to balance his needs with the needs of his partner, which is difficult for a Leo. And Rahu and Ketu are exactly at the rising sign degree. So Rahu is afflicting his 1st house of longevity, and Ketu is afflicting his, creating separation in his marriage relationships. So looking at the compatibility, John is a Leo, which needs a lot of attention. And Carolyn Bessette was a Capricorn who is really focused on reputation. And so John kind of craved all this media attention, and she did not like it at all. John's Leo is in Catherine's 8th house, which creates a lot of challenges and drama in their relationship. And then Catherine's Capricorn is in John's sixth house, which creates disputes. John's sun, which is his identity, is functional malefic for Catherine, which also creates challenges for John's ego. Catherine's functional malefic Jupiter, which represents husband, is weak in the sixth house of disputes. And then finally, JFK with Rahu afflicting the first and the seventh house affects the longevity of not only his life but his relationships. If we look at Carolyn's chart, she had Capricorn rising, challenging sun. Let's see, wait a second. Back to John's chart again. Looking at the timing of events, his dad died in 1963 during a Rahu period, bringing unexpected events. He was voted by People magazine the sexiest man alive in 1988. Which was a Mercury period, giving him fame. Became district attorney in 1989 during a Venus period, bringing success. Mom died in 1994 during a Rahu period, unexpected events. Got married in 1996 during a Saturn period, which is Saturn's ruling his marriage house. In 1999, in June, he broke his ankle in an ultralight crash, and then a few weeks later, he and his wife died in a plane crash. That was during a Saturn-Mercury period. Transit Mercury, which has to do with transportation or planes, was in the eighth house and afflicted by Ketu, causing death-like experiences and accidents. And Rahu and Ketu were again at the most effective point. If you look at this circular chart on the left, Ketu and Rahu are afflicting the 12th house and the 6th house exactly, as well as 6 out of his 12 houses, but the 12th house of endings, which is the main part of that. Back to Carolyn's chart. So she's Capricorn, and she has her challenging sun. Again, death-like experiences cuts her longevity short. Sun is the main indicator for health and vitality and longevity in her chart. Then weak placement of old moon, which creates relationship challenges. Mars, ruling happiness and home life, is in the first house conjunct Venus, which gives her a lot of ambition and passion. And then a weak placement of Mercury in the 12th house gives her ability to take on different roles as a publicist, as a wife, but also creates some controversial speech and a feeling of not wanting to be in the public eye, which she was very shy about that. And then challenging Jupiter. It's at 0 degrees, challenges for husband and children. She had no children, and her husband died early. And then Venus is ruling the career house, and it's placed in the first house. This gives her great abilities as a fashion designer and icon, as well as a publicist for Calvin Klein. Then we have Saturn ruling the wealth house in its own sign, giving good finances, good wealth, and publicity. Challenging Rahu and Ketu, learning to balance material and spiritual success. Looking at the timing of events, in '88, she graduated from Boston University and became a publicist for Calvin Klein during a Mercury period, which, let's see, brought, good fortune. Then she met JFK in, let's see, '92, I think it was, which had it was a moon period. Moon is ruling her marriage house. Got married in a moon period. Then in '99 they went into counseling. Jupiter period. Jupiter sitting in the house of disputes, and then she died in a Mercury Venus period. And if you look at the circular chart, the transit chart on the left, you see that K2 is afflicting Sun. So, yeah, K2, the fifth aspect of K2 is afflicting Sun in the sixth house of accidents, and Sun being her longevity. Thank you. See, for both of these people, a kavash would have been helpful to strengthen their weak planets, and doing more charity work would have. I think JFK Jr. was doing a lot of charity work, and as well as she was doing some. But a kavash containing the Devata yantras and mantras for their weak benefic planets would have helped strengthen them and give them greater longevity and better marriage. If you'd like to get a kavash, get a reading, or learn Vedic astrology, you can go to vastucreations.com. Thank you so much for listening.